Hello everyone, I'm here today with a new process video, and this one is actually a double page spread. With my Vegas album, I've done mostly singles so far, so it's kind of nice to be doing a double page spread, a little bit different. As you can see, I have quite a bit of stuff picked out. I have all of my photos placed where I think they're going to go. I also have one background card picked out, and I also have a receipt. And I think it's going to go in this pocket simply because when you see it here next to this photo, these look very much alike, and I don't like that. So pretty sure it's going to go down here. This is the card that I've picked out. It's actually a 4x6. This is a 4x6 pocket, but because I have an extra 3x4 photo and I want it on this side, it's going to go on here. And because it's got this outline here, I think I'm going to place the photo like that. And that way you can see that the line kind of runs underneath it. Maybe push it over a little bit more just so there's a little bit more of a break there in between the words and the photo. But I love what it says, and I like the colors. I think they work well with what I have here. And this color here, I think works with the plate from my carrot cake there. This is a little bit lighter, but it's in the same family, and so I think I can get away with it. And that color is what I'm thinking I also want for either this pocket or this pocket as the background, just to bring that all together, because I've got 2 points with it on this side, but I have nothing with it over here. So the first thing I'm going to do is go through all of my food pocket cards. I have 3x4s and 4x6s, way more 3x4 than this size. I would use one of these if it worked. Like if I had to cut it down to make it fit one of these pockets, I would do that. I just don't remember all what's in there, but I have way more to choose from in this size, so I'll start with these. Luckily, when I went through that stack, I found this. It says, I ate this and it was delicious. That is perfect for this because this was our first big meal in Vegas and everything was so good. Even the drinks were good. And so I feel like this is very appropriate. It's not exactly that color, but it's pretty darn close. It's a little bit darker than this plate, but again, close enough, I think. So I think that will be right here. It does leave me definitely enough room to journal, but I also could maybe put an embellishment on there of some type if I wanted to. I could also overlap something here if I decided I wanted to fill that space a little. But I still have to figure out how to use this. Clearly, I'm not going to use the whole thing. I have to cut it down. But I think I want to see the card I'm going to use first before I do that, just so I know how it's going to look. So I think that's my next task on the list, is to find something for here. So what I decided to do was just go into my regular 3x4 cards that are just background images and look through them. So my stack kind of looks like this. You can see I go in color order and then I have multiple colors. In that stack, I found this card. Now, I would have liked it if it was the whole thing that was patterned. I'm not super excited about the fact that this is white at the bottom, but I love this color. Look how nice that looks with these. So I think this is the winner, but then I have to figure out, how do I want to cut this down? How do I want to place it? What am I going to do about the fact that this is white at the bottom? Do I fill it with something? I'm just not sure. But at least now I know this is the card I'm going to use, and I can cut down the receipt. For the receipt, I decided to cut off the top portion where it says hex, because I already have that in 2 photos already. It says it right here and here, so it's clear where I was eating. I don't really need that. Yeah, it has the street address and the date, but I'm gonna have the date in lots of places, so I don't need that. So here's what I ended up with. I have the sale at the top. This stuff doesn't really matter, but I like seeing like this is what I spent to pay for that meal. That just helps me remember like what we had and, you know, pricing in Vegas compared to here and all of that kind of stuff. So I think that would be fun. And I think I'm actually going to just do it flush top to bottom like so. And then if I decide to add something, I certainly can, but I could move it over, put something on the side, do washi down here or something. I don't know what, but at least I know this pretty much takes up the card top to bottom, so I have to work around that. I actually decided to mix up the photos and pockets here a little bit. When I was looking at them before, this card was here, this was here, and this color went boom, 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 like in a direct diagonal line. And I decided I did not like that. I like it better when it's mixed up a bit more. So I like here that it's around the page more. So I think I'm going to go with this configuration. I still could change my mind, but for now I'm feeling like this is the right setup. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm pulling out some of my ephemera and embellishments here. I'm going to go through there and just see if there's anything in here that I can use on the layout. I know I do have some food related things in here, like here's a little set of utensils. Now that color would be okay. There is some yellow in there, but I'm not sure I'd want to use that. But I want to look through that. So I have that out. And then I have a whole bin of stuff that is related to food. So I've got those pocket cards that I pulled were in there. I've got wood veneer, puffy stickers, all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to pull out some of that and just see if any of that will work as well. I did find some things in there that I could maybe use. Some of them were food specific, some of them weren't. I had to laugh, so check this out. I love this, but there's no way it'll fit on here. It's way too big and the colors don't match, but I do love it. So I hope I can find somewhere else to use that maybe in here. I can't remember if I have anything that's green though for our meals. Not sure, so, but I'll hang on to it. Over here though, I have some other options. I have two little things here that actually have utensils. I like this phrase that says unforgettable. I like this one that says unique. The colors actually work really well with what's in the sign there. I have both yellow and red. I have a geotag that I was thinking maybe put it over here. And then I found this little drink in there. Now, this is more of an aqua rather than this color. I don't even know what this is. It's kind of a teal, I guess. But they are clearly different. They are not the same. But it's close. And so I'm wondering if I can work this in. I could maybe put it on the receipt to fill some space. I don't want it here because that is the drink. That looks weird to have a drink and then a drink embellishment. Maybe here, like to go, hey, here's my drink with my food. I'm not sure, but I think I want to use it somewhere because it's cute and I really don't know where else I would use it. I decided to use the piece of the drink ephemera here on this card. I just moved the receipt over, gave myself a little bit extra room there, and then adhered it right here. It bothers me a little bit that there's this chunk of white space, but it is what it is. I'm not going to let it bother me enough that I wouldn't use it on the layout. So I think that one is done for now. Don't have to worry about that. But now I have to figure out how to embellish all of the rest of this. I think I do want some yellow because it shows over here, but it feels like there's not a lot in the lower portion. So I'd like to use it. I could take this maybe and just put it here in this dead space. I like this one too. I'm not sure exactly where I would use it. I suppose maybe I could do it over here. I still have this one as well. I'm just not sure. I don't think I want this gray one. The table has gray in it and stuff, and I think I've got enough of that in the background. I need more of a pop of color. I do think I'm going to keep this here. I like the look of that, filling that space. But then I decided to take this, and I originally had it somewhere over here. I think it was sitting on this photo. Maybe. Oh no, maybe it was on this one in this blank space. I like it better over here. I think the color really jumps out more against the teal type color. And I'm not sacrificing a huge amount of journaling space, a little bit, but not a lot. I think I can say what I need to say in what's left here, so I think I'm going to do that. There we go. I've adhered that, and I think I'm going to put in a mini staple right here in the middle. Adds a nice little visual interest. And then it makes me think I should put some in here too, because this looks very flat against the photo. So I probably will do some staples there as well. There we go. I put the staples in there and I like how that looks. So now I have that one ready. And I feel like I need something up top somewhere. I've got yellow here. Yes, there's some in here, but I feel like I need a visual triangle of some type. So, you know what? I could maybe switch these. I didn't think I wanted these side by side because there's yellow in both of those. But if I moved this over here, I could put something up here and that would make a nice visual triangle. Yep, I think it's probably going to have to be something that's right up here. Neither of these will work. I don't think they're too big. So I'll have to find something else. I went into my stash of geotags and I have this set from Color Cast Designs. These are quite old. I've had them several years. And they do have the yellowy gold color in there. And so I think what I will do to get that triangle is probably just go like that. And that might be it for this one. I have adhered the geotag, and as you can see, I got a little too much glue on there. So it'll dry clear, it'll be fine. But I did want to point out that because these other elements are flat, they're on a matte paper, I chose to go with the matte side of this embellishment. The other side is more of a glossy look to it. So if you buy anything from this company, just know that one side generally is matte, one side is glossy. You can pick whichever side you like. If you like a little bit more of a frosty look, if you will, this side is the way to go. So that's what I chose to do. So I won't put everything in the pockets yet because that isn't dry, but you get an idea here if I line these all up, what it looks like when it's all together. You know what? I just realized I didn't adhere that. Let's do that quickly. Since the other little piece isn't dry yet anyway. So I have this, and I think I want it about like there, I think, with just a little showing through. Now when I went flush to the bottom, there's a little white showing there, so I will probably trim that off. But you get the idea here when you see these all together, how the layout looks with all of the components. And I'm pleased with that. I don't think I need to add anything else. So here's another one done for Vegas. Thanks for watching.